So we come to the second move of the 8-move Pilates qigong sequence based on the 8 brocades. This one's called 2 hands raised to raise the condition of the stomach and spleen. Obviously within the traditional qigong sequence, it's helping the spleen down on the left there and the stomach again, and the meridians that benefit that. But I won't go too deep into that. Done that in some of the other videos. I'm going to go more into the Pilates setup with it, and we're going to keep that basics. So we're just going to go straight to the pelvic floor. Again, engage the pelvic floor. It's a long journey without the toilet. That's your pelvic floor. That links onto the corset, the powerhouse, the girdle of strength, 3 layers deep. They're joined here. Again, pelvic floor, and then up here the corset muscle, 3 layers deep. They go together anyway, so you engage one, the other one will engage, i.e. tuck in the belly button to engage the corset. That will engage the pelvic floor, vice versa. But again, zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take the navels towards the spine, and that's going to engage your pelvic floor. It supports us in everyday life against these micro moves, etc. And again, we're bringing that emphasis in with this move. Again, it's more of an arm action, this one. And with this, we're just going to simply calibrate and synchronize the breath and the motion, but just add the Pilates principles in. So again, zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out abdominals. That will help you breathe into these lower lobes of lungs. Now the shoulders will drop, so if you try that now, 2 middle fingers touching underneath the breastbones. Zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. And as you breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips, as you repeat that, you'll feel the breath going in low and deep to these lower lobes of lungs. I'm overemphasizing this motion, but this will be what's happening. They're touching here as you breathe in. They're slightly apart and come back to touch each other. Might be a millimeter or more, whatever. But again, that's just adding width to the lungs as you do this. As you do this now, breathing through the nose, exhaling through pursed lips. Again, not forcing anything. Just doing that as you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out abdominals. That helps this lateral thoracic breathing. And that helps you use the corset muscle and the powerhouse, the girdle of strength. Or the corset muscle is the powerhouse, the girdle of strength, and the pelvic floor in the most efficient manner, helping us breathe anywhere but the belly button. Unlike the traditional one, where you breathe in to the belly like a balloon for the more meditative effects and effects on the organs, etc. We're going down the path of Pilates with this one. Okay, so again, you can link Pilates to anything, whether it is walking, driving, gym, whatever it is. You take them principles into what you're doing. So we're just putting that with the qigong movements. Okay, so again, going to go back and demonstrate that. Bit of a funny motion. Simply stand with feet hip width apart or slightly wider, long as you're relaxed. Feet are not Charlie Chaplin, they're facing the front. And from here, we're going to just bring the hands up here. Again, allow the shoulders to drop in towards the body. Don't want this encouraged, because this is the way most of us live. 90% of us are overactive in these upper traps. So we don't want to encourage the muscles that support that. Shoulders down. And then from here, they're going to pass clockwise and anti-clockwise, and we're going to push up. Again, one hand goes up, one hand goes down. You can start whatever way you want. You can start here. These come into the body, then they widen out here. Then we swap over, clockwise and anti-clockwise. They change. I'm going to come out here, so they come to here, then they change. Again, a bit of funny motion. We link the breath to the motion in a minute. So again, this happens. Again, we've got one facing up, one facing down. Then we alternate. We swap. We come into the center, then we swap. If you want to sit down deeper and do this, you can do. But don't let the knees go past the toes. Then we're going to breathe into here, check the tension out the shoulder, and then we exhale. So it's a, as you do this, you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, and lengthen up for the crown. So you breathe into here. Might want a little check, the shoulders are down, because them traps, them upper traps, will want to try and take over. Keep your shoulders down, exhale. Keep the breathing even. So it's a, enjoy that stretch on the hands as we flex the hands back. Breathing in and exhaling. In traditional qigong, we do this to stretch a lot of the meridians that come from the hands in towards the organs. But again, it's good to stretch these anyway, because again, they're quite tight. A lot of jobs we do on computers, phones, these finger flexors get very tight. So as we do this, we're working the shoulders, the deltoids, and exhaling. We're working the traps, but we want to keep the shoulders down, the upper traps, the neck muscles there as well, because we're coming above the head. Breathing in and exhaling, stretching the hands there. Even the nerves from the hands to the neck are being slightly stretched. And we exhale, push down, one pushes up. Soft elbows, so don't completely lock out. I'm going to do that loudly so you can hear the breath, but you can do it smoother. And you breathe in and you exhale. Obviously find your speed, because my breathing might be the same as yours, the rhythm will be different, the cadence. And you exhale as you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. If you want to sit deeper, but no lower than knees in line with toes, I would say. Again, you can adapt these. If you want a sort of slight stretch, you can always exhale to the sides. Bring in this stretch of this teres major here, the obliques, the external obliques, and the lats slightly being stretched. Okay, breathing in and exhale. But again, that's optional. Just be basic with it and simply calibrate and synchronize the breath and the motion, and simply zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, and just keep the breathing even. Calibrate and synchronize the breath and the motion, integrate the breath and the movement. Again, don't think too much on it, what organs is this helping, etc. Again, we're putting the Pilates principles there, so again, we're just zipping up, scooping out your abdominals, and you'll take this set up into everyday life, no matter what you're doing. It could be gardening, driving, walking, etc. The gym, whatever it is. But again, maybe not sort of, always when you're walking around, etc. But say you're going to lift something, you engage pelvic floor, throw on the corset, or you do something physical. Because generally the pelvic floor and the corset muscle work better about 30% maximum. But again, I digress there. So you don't want to be sort of walking around gathering like this. And also, that's contradictory to qigong, because they want like you to be soft here and breathe into the belly like a balloon. That's more for meditative. But everything's two subjects. You can do one or the other. Again, it's a free world. Lovely. So number 3 is the golden eagle. Taking an arrow to shoot the golden eagle. Bang. Lovely. The third move.